we're still missing a puzzle where we need a tool which will allow us to automate things, right? Automate quickly, automate fast, build and convert manual regression test cases into the automation scripts. This is something which market needs. This is something where I'm talking to every single CTO, CIO, QA manager, director level of QA, and they all asking me for that, right? Now, on the market, there are accelerators, which are enablers or plugins for scripted tools such as, Selenium with Java, Python, and different programming languages, as well, Playwright technology. And there are some advancements there where many people, I'm hearing, again, I didn't experiment that, but I'm hearing that a lot of good things, especially in the Playwright community, that those accelerators helping them to do self-healing tasks, to do a lot of interesting things to speed up their work. But it falls again into the bucket of scripted, and anything which is scripted takes time and effort and complexity. We want to avoid that complexity by itself. Nobody will pay you extra, right, money if you will build automation using Java or Python versus you're going to use an easy tools, AI, to achieve the same results and be able to run and execute the same scripts. Nobody will pay you extra just because you're doing it through the traditional scripted way. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not going to happen in the industry, right? You actually will get more paid if you can apply and use and leverage AI tools, because that's easier and much quicker and faster to do. And then anybody can not, eventually everybody will do it. But again, it comes down to being able to provide a proper prompt to the AI, so AI will understand your language. That's the key factor here. So I creating, as you saw, a lot of articles on LinkedIn, right? Obviously, I creating them myself, and then I ask ChatGPT to review it, maybe shorter it a little bit, but the idea is the themes, everything is my own. I don't rely to come up with articles and spin the narratives there. But what I rely on heavily is to draw a cartoon style images, right? It's not that, just search for the image. I specifically want to relate my vision or the message which I'm trying to send through the narratives in the message in the LinkedIn post or article, and then reflect this in the cartoon which gets generated by ChatGPT. Now, I have a very hard time getting what I want. I'm doing 10, 15, sometimes even 20 iterations in order to get this right. So just imagine me understanding what I want. That's very important. Understanding what I want, giving those insights, really good insights, which I think I can give instructions and directions very well. And the ChatGPT is still not getting what I want, right? Now, why I'm telling you this, the same concept is applicable nowadays to those AI tools, where you will drive those tools by telling them what type of script you want that tool to create. So let's say, for example, if you're dealing with the user registration form, where you said, well, I want script to register a new user by entering first name field, and you can specify the data. First name equals Ruslan, last name equals Desyatnikov, date of birth and email and everything else. And you're prompting this similar as you chatting with ChatGPT to get some answers to whatever questions you have, right? Now, the tool AI enabled needs to be smart enough to provide you with that script and with that information. Now, just based on our current level of experience with AI, you know that to get it from the first time, it's almost virtually impossible. I never get anything from ChatGPT when I ask ChatGPT to create either the diagram or either a cartoon style. It's never happened. Absolutely not, right? So the similar principles are here. It will happen when your AI will be trained enough with people like me asking the same requests and the AI we're producing. So for example, the tool and AI behind will be more accurate if I would ask the same tool 100 cartoon style images based on the prompting. Then it will understand my ideas, my ideology, my thought process. AI will get it. And that's what I call training data by me asking constantly and requesting constantly something to be produced. And this is just an example of a cartoon. Then it will get smarter and better. And more cleaner version output will be provided to anybody else who will be using the same tool, because the engine behind of that AI is based on training data. The more data, the more possibilities, the more scenarios which AI is requested by humans to supply, the better it will become. That's the, that's a given. That's a bottom line. So in those tools which we are evaluating right now, we need to understand if the output when we're requesting something is horrible. Same experience as I have with the cartoons, where I said, create an hist manager with 2 hands. I give specific directions. And AI is hallucinating and creating this with 3 hands. I give specifics. It doesn't listen to me. That's the big problem. And then I said, well, correct. The human's got to have 2 hands. You have 3 hands. Remove 1 hand. They remove 1 hand, they put this hand to another person in the same cartoon. Imagine that. I said, 2 humans should have 2 hands each. Can you do that? And then finally it got it. Do you understand how many iterations is taking place and happening? Now, the same thing we need to figure out here. How accurate this output is based on our input. But the input is something crucial, because many people cannot give proper directions. And then you're going to get upset. You're not able to give proper directions. And then you think, oh, those tools are stupid. Well, guess what? Your directions might not be intelligent. And that has to do with the stupidity of AI. So one thing is, are we sure when we prompting AI, anything behind, we're giving this the right information with enough details so AI will interpret this correctly? Or we just thinking that AI is a magic, and whatever in your head, you're not even translating into the prompt, and you think that AI should read your mind, right? You look at somebody and you don't even talk to this person maybe, and you say, well, I don't think I like this guy right away, right? I mean, you didn't even evaluate anything, you didn't even talk about it, and then the conclusion is you don't like this guy, right? It shouldn't be like this for the AI, right? That's why you got to give that information and details through proper request and prompting. So what I'm looking for this tool, because this tool is kind of fall in the same segment of previous tool, which was Test Sigma. They also have the prompting. They also have ability to ask AI behind this tool what we want and have this conversation, get back and forth. Now in Test Rigor, in this particular case, for this particular tools, you don't care. You don't need to follow the syntax. You don't need to understand and remember the syntax or some specific, you know, what is it called? Functions, right? Functions, which is equal to the keywords, right? Here's you talking to me or with somebody else, and you have a dialogue, and you're trying to extract information like you're interviewing the person. You're asking questions. You want the feedback back. You ask the wrong question, you're not going to get what you want. You have to rephrase the question. You have to add additional examples for somebody to understand it. That's essentially what it is. So that's the most important thing, which an exercise which I want to figure out at what level this tool is. You have to spend too much time like I'm spending with ChatGPT to get a stupid cartoon style diagram, and on average it's 10 iterations, 8 to 10 iterations all the time. Or here it might be 2 or 3 iterations. If it's 2 or 3 iterations, it's not that bad, even though somebody might expect that you give the prompt and you got the script perfectly, it should run, it should execute, and it's perfect. Now, nothing will ever be perfect, okay? But if you can make it perfect by asking follow-up questions and getting maybe within the first 3 iterations everything what you want to achieve through the script, to me, this is super important. To me, it means that the tool has a lot of potentials, and we might be leveraging this tool for our customers and clients, right? That's sort of the idea behind this. Now, obviously, there's multiple features within the tool itself, like uploading the video, and based on the video, see we can build the scripts or even build the automation scripts. I don't know if that's possible or not, right? But those are great things, great features, which I also want to test. But the main point here is we need that magic tool, which clients unfortunately call it magic. I don't call it magic, which will allow us to build automation scripts easier way, much quicker and faster than any traditional or scriptless automation tools allows us to do. With the productivity levels using this tool should be 6 to 10 times better, right? That's what we really looking when it comes to this particular evaluation, okay? So by giving you this information now, what do you think? I mean, is the tool doing it, not doing it? Is the tool is same hallucinating as ChatGPT and not producing anything meaningful? Again, I'm not comparing manual test cases. Manual test cases is good verification. It's good to know that it's working fine. And if you say it's great, perfect. I'm more care right now about automation, about conversion of the manual test cases into automation scripts in order for us to run and execute this anytime the client wants us to execute, or they can execute through CI/CD pipeline, right? That's what I need help with from you to get that information and truly understand the level of maturity, the level of stability, the level of accuracy for this tool in order for us to make kind of a final decision or determination whether we will go with this tool or we have to keep evaluating and looking into some other solutions. Because the clients will come back, and what clients saying is, Ruslan, somebody telling us that they have magic tools and they can do X, Y, and Z. You telling us there is no such a tools. We have 2 options: to believe you or think that you simply don't have skills to achieve what we want to achieve. There is only 2 options. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and that's where the problem is, where unfortunately now we're losing it because they don't believe me. They believe somebody else who give them the flash of presentation maybe. They didn't even evaluate any tools. They showed them on the very basic things how it works, and they got sold on that. And then they start using it, and then they getting disappointed, and then they coming back to me. They said, Ruslan, You was right. But here's a problem. We wasted all the money already. Can you give us discounts? Can you give us $10 per hour now for the automation engineers because we're out of the budget? And I said, no, you didn't believe me. You wasted money with the other companies. Now you're coming back and asking me to give this away for free. That's not fair. So that's what's happening, unfortunately, right now, guys, in a lot of instances. So I want to be truthful in the position to say, look, whatever tool we choose, whatever we tool finalize, I want to say honestly, again, without selling garbage or promises, this tool can do X, Y, and Z. On this tool, you can rely 65%. The rest, you got to apply human intelligence and make this work to bring this to the 100% accuracy or stability or, to achieve those results. If you want that, we're going to do it. If you still feel that I'm lying and somebody else promised you that they can do this 100% without human intelligence involvement, continue go to them. Continue go to them. Don't come to us. You understand? But problem is, right now, I don't have that information on hands. So when somebody is asking me, Ruslan, is there a tool? I said, they might be. We just didn't get to that tool yet in our evaluation process because the tools which we evaluated up till now, I'm not impressed in what those tools would do for us and for you. Do you understand? So that's essentially what we need to do, guys. We need to get that truthful understanding on the state of this product. Product will get mature, better and better at this level. And I need to be armed. I cannot go to the war, without ammunition. You see, right now, I'm going to the war, which is interfacing clients without any ammunition. I cannot show them anything right now at this point of time. I cannot prove them other than my true words to them, which they don't believe, unfortunately. I cannot show them and explain the reasons why I'm telling this. If I would use this tool and they will say, and I will say, look, this tool is capable of doing only this, and I'm going to demonstrate this in front of you, so you will believe my words because you don't believe my words. Now I'm going to show the evidence which supports my words, and you can see this with your own eyes. And I'm going to show them what tool is doing, what problems we have, and why human behind this tool needs to be smart and intelligent in order to achieve complete results on this tool. Do you understand? That's what I need. I'm going now to fight against Russia with my hands and fists. And I'm going against the tanks. I'm going against the missiles. How are we going to win? How are we going to, get something out of this, right? And win the project? I can't. So we have to arm ourselves with the tools, but truly understand a lot about those tools behind so we can tell advantages and disadvantages. What can we rely on? What we cannot rely on. Now, with that inside dashboard, which he just mentioned, that's fantastic. Because you know why? That will show managers the percentage of us relying on AI versus us relying on human intelligence. That's the equation which I've always been talking about. So they will see, look, through AI, you achieve 60%, through human intelligence, in order to make this perfect, you're spending 40% of effort overall time. But that's the reality. That's the statistics. This is not made up stories. This is not made up numbers. This is what it is in reality. So if somebody lying and telling that they can achieve this 100% without human intelligence, go to them. Go to them. Waste money. Go there. don't come to us. You don't believe us? Now it's not my words only. I'm showing them something. Or through you, I invite you to presentation and you showing, the same way as you evaluating now the features. I will ask Shvarya, can you demonstrate this now? How the script is getting created? Let's see pros and cons. Let's see problems. Let's eliminate those problems by giving better instructions, maybe. Let's see the end results. And let's see, client, what do you think about this with your own eyes? We just demonstrated to you. If this is sufficient for you to operate like this, we go forward. We sign the deals. We're going to support you on automation and all the other things. If you see that it's not cut it for you, it's your choice. Go somewhere else. Maybe somebody else will do it for you. I doubt who, because we know all the tools already on the market, right? We try them. But if they will believe them versus us, they're free to go. Do you guys understand this? This is why I wanted to explain this to you. This is not just I'm asking you simply, oh, let's just play around with the tool, like go in the car, here's my keys, drive around, see if it's good or not. This is much more than that. This is our future. This is how we can win the business. This is how we can gain the respect by telling the truth and truly evaluate and explaining the pros and cons of those tools and limitations, and something which you cannot never rely on certain things. You always need smart testers behind, because you cannot, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Certain things, not everything, but certain things will never work through AI, because you just need that human involvement. And that's about it. We have this meeting right now, right? Actually, me and Central have. So again, I apologize. I wasted all the time as opposed to collecting the feedback. But that was very important for you to understand first, because without understanding this, you cannot provide the feedback I'm looking for. So we're going to schedule another meeting, not today, but tomorrow, and then we'll discuss what your findings are, what you feel, what you think, based on what I just explained. Okay? I mean, is it understandable? Is it fair? And if you can, share the recording with all of this, Central, so other people who are not here will listen, I think that would be very, very important. Sure. And then share this with the rest of the company, who will understand what are we trying to achieve right now, why it's so crucial, and why it's so important for us to win business, which we cannot win now because somebody else is lying out there. No. So that's the game. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll talk soon. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ruslan.
Bye bye.